Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from SimpleProgrammer.com. So I got this question about changing the theme of your blog. I know this was good because I've talked about sort of, obviously you can check out my playlist on specialization, which I've talked about quite a bit, but I haven't really talked about, or one of the arguments that I get is this idea of pigeonholing yourself, right? And I talk about this all the time, not to worry about it, but I thought this was kind of a funny way of presenting this question, and I've got a good answer for you here. So this is from Nassim, and he says, "Hi John, what happens if you start a blog about, say, cars, and while writing about cars, you find you actually like houses?" I know they are like chalk and cheese, but say your blog has been themed around cars, and how do you now start talking about your new discovered passion for houses? Do you diversify? Talk about both? Find an intersection between chalk and cheese? What are your thoughts? On a lighter note, I want to say thank you for your advice. I've received your advice well, as I agree with your viewpoint about entrepreneurship, management, etc. I just need the advice and the leap of faith, which I plan my blog to be. Also, successful people tend to give out their secrets in a coded form, whereas you state it in a clear, easy to understand way. So big thank you for me. Regards, Nassim. So thank you, Nassim. Appreciate that. But let me get to your question here. So if I understand correctly, if you make a blog about cars and now you decide that you just love houses and now you want to make a blog about houses, what do you do? And or chalk and cheese, as you so eloquently put it. So here's the thing. First of all, passions are going to be kind of fickle, right? So remember, getting into entrepreneurship, getting into business, trying to build something, don't follow your passion. I know that's advice that people don't like to hear, but I mean, you can be passionate about something and go into business, but just realize that at some point this is going to happen. You are going to hate it. I guarantee you, if I pay you money for something or you make money doing something, you will eventually hate it. Now you may love it again, but there will be periods where you will hate the thing, and that's the method of the madness. That's just what happens to us, right? We get tired of a thing. Novelty wears off. So expect this to happen, and then here's what you can do. So if you are super successful in one area, right, if you build a reputation up, then that transfers to other domains, and it transfers more easily to, there's a couple of techniques you can do. One is a concentric circle, so a wider circle. So let's say, I always say specialize and niche down very far. So let's say that you had a blog about cars, okay, we'll say cars. You could now go out into the space of vehicles in general, right? That's a bigger circle. If you build up a reputation as the dude about cars, and that's too broad, right? I mean, you need to specialize down to a specific model of a car or something like that. But then you can, once you have the reputation, once you have an audience, you've got 50,000 people following you, and they want to hear what you have to say about this particular BMW model, right? Then you can go out to cars, and then because you can use that reputation, you can take that audience with you, and then you can go out to automobiles in general, right? And then maybe you can go out to assets and go out to houses. Maybe there's a way there, or you could go and find something that's parallel, that's similarly related, right? And that's gonna, building a reputation in one area will help you, or it could even be not even completely related at all. So I don't think, I could be wrong here, but I don't think Shaquille O'Neal would have gotten signed on a record label to make a rap album if he wasn't a famous basketball player. I could be wrong. He might have made it on his talent alone, but my point here, and you can find plenty of examples of this, right? Even take an athlete like Michael Jordan, right? He played basketball. He did golf, and they let him do it. You know what I mean? And he was so, and you see this a lot of times, that someone who became famous for one thing, they wrote a book, or they started a clothing line, or a perfume line, or all of these things, right? So the key is that the reason why I tell you to specialize and to devote a lot of time to it is because once you become known for a thing and you have a reputation built, it can transfer to somewhere else. Now, it more transfers easily to concentric circles. That's the highest, the outer circle, right? As you expand out, just like this is what I've done with Simple Programmer, right? I started really low, and now I talk about everything under the moon that has to do with the software developer's life, right? From fitness to finance to all of that stuff, right? But I started off more focused, right, on the technical training and built a name for myself, and then I built that credibility. But so that's number one. Otherwise, you're going parallel, right? And if it's closer related. So, point is, when you create a blog, it doesn't mean that you're stuck in that place forever. You're not like stuck there forever. But you got to stay, when you pick a direction, stay there long enough to actually make some progress, to build a reputation, and then you can take that with you. You're not going to take everyone with you, but you're going to take some of that with you, and it's going to carry over, and you're never going to be starting over from scratch again. But you got to go down a path long enough to get to that point. A lot of people, they go down one path and they never get traction, and then they're like, oh, I'm not getting traction and I'm not passionate about this anymore, so they go down another path, and then pretty soon 10 years of their life has passed and they got nothing to show for it. So don't be like that. Pick a path, go down it hard, and then once you've established yourself, once you've got that reputation, you can use that credibility somewhere else. But if you don't ever do that, it's not going to work out. So anyway, for those of you that are afraid of picking a thing, I guarantee you that in 5 years, even if you pick the wrong path, it'll be better than picking no path at all. Always take some kind of action. So anyway, if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.